the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Toronto Raptors. For Toronto, what a year they're having. They've run up the best record in the NBA with some absolutely flawless performances. They've been a fun team to watch over the first half of the season. And we get to see the Brow in action tonight. Scary that it's still so early in his career. Kenny, just how good can Anthony Davis get?
Well, he's
Look
dominant.
at that brow you got right there.
Oh,
Whoa,
I have a double brow.
Man, that thing has a
duo
taken on a
brow?
life
I have
of
a
its
double
own.
brow. I have a
Duo brow.
Yeah.
It weighs about 14 pounds.
It's
doesn't
thick,
it?
though. It's
Wow.
thick, but it's a duo.
Anyway, AD.
Well, anyway, he's dominant in almost every aspect of the game. A big guy who can handle the ball. He can run the floor. He can shoot jump shots. He can defend. And he's a force any way you put him.
I want to see how smart you guys are.
Okay.
If he was a reptile, which reptile would he be?
Oh, a raptor.
Ernie?
If he were a reptile,
What would he be?
he'd be,
Taking too long, Ernie. He'd be a versatilian.
Ooh.
Team should be nervous of what he can do in 3 years. You like that? Versatilian.
That is. I'm surprised that you've waited this long to break that one out.
Yeah.
Versatilian.
Dr. O'Neal, baby.
Yeah. Okay.
Amphibious.
Kevin Harlan, it's all yours.
Charlie.
Hey, you're not gonna believe.
Believe what?
It's an All-Star game.
What? What, Charlie? What? Did I make it?
You made it, yeah. But
Whoa, that's great news. But wait, what do you mean, but? There's a but?
leading vote getter.
I'm the leading vote getter?
Yeah.
That's fantastic, man. That means I'm captain. I get to pick one of the teams. Oh, my God.
Oops, I ran here. It's a long hallway.
Charlie, how far did you run from?
I'm in PR, man. Leave me alone. I don't know what you want.
Get some more cardio, man.
Congratulations, though.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. The fans here in New Orleans ready to cheer on their Pelicans in this interconference matchup. The top storyline, Ed Davis injured. He will not be suiting up.
Yeah, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of the injury. Well, we only got a preliminary diagnosis after he came out of that previous game, but now they sound sure about it, and hopefully we see him back on the court in less than a month.
Well, everyone who watched his last game cringed when he went down. Glad to hear that the injury is not season-ending.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, you remember that Anthony Davis had a growth spurt in high school that took him from a 6'2" guard to a 6'10" big man. Now, he remembered telling his mother, I can't fit in my bed, I can't fit in my shoes, I can't fit in these jeans you brought me. And her saying, I just bought those 3 weeks ago. Kevin?
It's all paid off in the long run, though. Thanks, D.A. By this point in the season, Doris, certain teams have been hit hard by the injury bug, and the truth is the next man up, the next player up, can be easier said than done.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Kevin. Sometimes it's not necessarily when the injury happens, it's who has the injury hit. So a all-star level player, an MVP caliber player, can't necessarily be replaced one for one. So sometimes you've got to make some schematic adjustments, and sometimes you've got to rely on the whole to pick up the one big star that's gone down.
I always thought, too, character is really revealed when you start losing a couple players to injury.
No doubt, Kevin.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Leonard and Ibaka are the forward pairing. Lowry out there with Jordan. And it's Valanciunas in at the center, filling out the middle.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
Now here's Okafor. And the pass to Holiday. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Soto. The rebound by Ibaka. And the Raptors with possession. Jordan, the pass to Valanciunas. Count that one. Valanciunas has got his first points of the night.
Well, terrific instincts from Jonas Valanciunas on the interior. This guy has improved in the low post every year.
Up top, Leonard. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
Okafor with the steal. Here's hollis-Jefferson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Boy, you've got to love seeing hollis-Jefferson sprint to the cup. What an explosive finisher who forces the defense to get physical.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, a bit unorthodox, Doris, in the way he attacks the hoop.
Right, he doesn't ever, Kevin, seem to go at the rim in a straightforward fashion. This guy is great at stopping and starting and zigzagging his way to the cup.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for New Orleans. It's a 5-point game. Here's hollis-Jefferson, guarded by Valanciunas. Pass to Soto. The kick out to Holiday. 4 on the shot clock. Over Lowry. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got his first points in this one. Here's Lowry. 5 points in the game. Pass to Jordan. In the corner, Ibaka with it. And it's off from 3-point range. Soto, guarded by Jordan. Hollis-Jefferson can't hit.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane. Standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Outside Leonard. From the high post. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
Well, that's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Soto. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis-Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
New Orleans shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And the free throw, no good. Raptors with the lead. Jordan finds Leonard. Hollis-Jefferson with the rebound.
Good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against Memphis. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Outside for Lowry. Bangs home the trifecta. Lowry's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Toronto.
Well, Lowry had his mind made up. It's the rise and fire as soon as he gets the touch.
Okafor, high post. Valanciunas is there. And Davis throws it down.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
Leonard, no luck.
Kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
With some arc, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against New Orleans.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. Can completely take over a game on both ends.
Here's hollis-Jefferson coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. outside Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Holiday, no one around him. Offensive rebound. Davis with the bucket.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Now here's Jordan. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. And Greg with Kawhi started as a defensive stopper, but he now is so much more than that.
I mean, he's got a great outside shot, that pull-up jumper, the turnarounds in the post. He has the complete repertoire. You never would have thought he was only viewed as a defense guy once upon a time, but was already a fantastic player. But this is a guy that continues to just add to his game.
Here's Okafor, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Jordan. Both free throws good for Okafor. And here's Lowry. 8 points for him. Pass to VanVleet. Feeds it to Valanciunas. And that one is good. Valanciunas has got his second basket.
This guy came over from Lithuania with an ability to play pick-and-roll basketball, and he's only gotten better during his time in the NBA.
Now here is Holiday. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit.
Really, he exposed a lot of seams in the defense with his passing, too. That assist total was impressive.
Lowry against Holiday. Lowry kicks to Leonard. To the inside. Ibaka, and he banks in the layup. Ibaka's got his first 2 points.
Well, there's incredible height and reach and length and touch from the inside when we're talking about Serge Ibaka.
Over to the left wing. Soto, the pass to Davis. That one goes in. Davis has got 8.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Raptors trail by 4. VanVleet kicks to Lowry. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Well, if you give him a window of opportunity, Kyle Lowry will attack the basket. He's not going to pass up that chance, Kevin.
And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job of penetrating and kicking out. The defense simply wasn't up to the task.
Here's VanVleet. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Leonard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And both offenses in rhythm here to start the game.
Boy, these teams can't miss so far. If you love good offense, this is your game.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Burton's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's DeLon right in for Kyle Lowry. Free throw good from Leonard. We now have rules, Doris, that protect shooters from defenders stepping underneath them. But what about when the defender leaves his feet and the offensive player steps underneath and tries to draw the foul?
Well, I think one of the things that we have to look at is, okay, we certainly do not want the defender to have unnatural movements which place him underneath the feet of a shooter, because that's where injuries can happen. On the other side of the equation, and this has become problematic to me, you see far too many shooters either jump unnaturally outside of what should be a straight up and down shooting motion, or guys who kick their legs sideways in an attempt to draw contact and fall over. But Kev, this is where officiating is about feel, touch, and vision.
Offensive rebound, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
with he's checked in for the Pelicans. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Toronto. Raptors trail by 3. Out left to the wing. Van Vliet passes to Burton. The Raptors shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And the first one at the line is good. That one is no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Van Vliet. He is still scoreless so far in this one. He kicks it to Miles. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Outside Jackson. They get it again. Fareed, no good.
Simply have to go up stronger than that. Could be a simple layup if he shows a little more determination.
And Wright kicks to Van Vliet. From downtown, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Right against Philp. Back to Young. 6 to shoot. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. We've got 1:28 left in the first. Kicks it to Jackson. Fareed trying to get open. And there's Jackson on the assist from Young. Jackson's got his 2nd basket of the night. Here's Van Vliet. He averages about 5 points a game. Inside. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Felton dishes to Young. OG Anunoby's checked in for Toronto. Outside Jackson. Down low. The jump hook. Chalk up 2 there.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
And Wright kicks to Anunoby. To the paint. Knocked away. Stolen by Fareed. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Felton feeling it out a bit. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Right outside. From deep 3-point range. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Pelicans ahead, leading by 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, and straight the floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complimentary play.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Well, you love the determination. It seems like every rebound is theirs for the taking. They are overwhelming the opposition.
So for Toronto right now, they've got C.J. Miles, Anunoby out there with Wright, and it's Burton in at the center position. Anunoby passes to Wright. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Siakam far from the most skilled player on the floor, but Dorsey finds minutes through his hustle.
This guy has got one of the highest motors in the league. He can leak out in transition, finish in the open floor. I'll tell you, this is a jolt of caffeine in a power forward's body. Toronto's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Young against Myers. Outside, Felton. Back to Young. The pass to Fareed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young outside. Takes a 3. And Wright pulls it down. Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And it's Miles missing. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Felton kicks to Young to the middle. Jackson takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Jackson's got 7.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
And just an impossible shot to guard at times. Doris, when you think of that step-back jump shot in the league, it's lethal. And there are a couple guys who have perfected it.
Well, 2 in particular. James Harden, that step-back that he added is now unguardable. And Steph Curry as well. Those 2 men, when they decide to get to that step-back jumper, turn the lights out, close the gym doors, and step back because it's going in.
And the Raptors with some changes. Jordan comes in for C.J. Miles. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Wright. No luck that time either. And Kenneth Fareed, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those 2.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, T in that last outing against the Grizzlies was terrific. He scored 33 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Devin?
Okay, David, no doubt he'll have the defense focused on him here after that stunning game last time out.
You better believe it. He'll be looking at double teams, guys up in his jersey all game long.
I think that's the way this guy likes it. He wants a challenge. It makes him more focused, more determined to show what a force he can be.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Last time they met was in Toronto where they beat the Raptors.
A huge margin of victory for them when these 2 teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, I think when your bench puts up that kind of productivity, it makes your offense so much more difficult to defend. It's a key element in their last win.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Withy. Anthony Davis comes in for Kenneth Fareed. Hollis-Jefferson's checked in for Young. And it's Holiday in for Jackson. And it's the Pelicans with the ball, following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. Holiday finds Davis. New Orleans moving the ball around. Soto, the pass to Holiday. Here's Hollis-Jefferson, now recovering. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Valanciunas, good.
outstanding pass. He reads the play as it develops, and his lead pass is absolutely perfect.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Holiday surveying the floor. The dish now to Okafor, and the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him.
Okay, now you've got to dial down the intensity a bit, right? That's his second foul, and we still got a ways to go before halftime.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. Now Okafor, 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Lowry kicks to Jordan. And that one, good. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, he is one hard player to deal with at the offensive end.
Passes to Okafor. To the inside. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. And it's the Raptors' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Holiday against Lowry. Outside Leonard. Raptors get it back at a new 24. And Ibaka slams it in.
Boy, that play developed just the way they wanted, and Valanciunas made sure they got the bucket. What a tremendous pass.
Now here is Holiday, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Raptors leading by 4. Now here's Leonard. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Dishes to Lowry. Pocket 6. Ibaka outside. Traps in the tray. Ibaka's got 7 points in the game.
Well, Serge Ibaka is a self-made stretch 4. That guy added that dimension as his career unfolded.
Knocked loose and stolen by Kyle Lowry. Now the Raptors moving it up. In the corner, it's Valanciunas. Jordan, high post. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Now here is Holiday. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. The Pelicans have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Raptors.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that. Now here's Jordan. Fades back. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Well, I'll tell you, excellent job from Hollis-Jefferson. This guy's so skilled at getting terrific position down low.
VanVleet kicks to Jordan. Buries it from 3-point range. Jordan's got 7 points for the quarter.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Soto. Pass to Okafor. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks. And then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And looking at the Cavs matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Now here's Leonard. He's covered closely. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Hollis-Jefferson can't hit. Raptors leading by 5. Shot on the wing. They get it back, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
New Orleans making a switch here. Felton's checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. C.J. Miles. He's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Now here is Holiday. Davis inside, working on a buck. And that one's good by Davis.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Van Vliet kicks to Miles. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
His shot's off, but they're still winning. So hats off to his teammates for picking up the slack.
Felton can't get it to go. Toronto's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter, 4 for 8. And yes, it's good. Ibaka's got the lead up to 8 now for the Raptors.
Well, Serge Ibaka has really worked on his frame since he entered the NBA. He is someone who can power his way through contact.
That's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
Take a look at Jordan, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
Now, here's Felton. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got his first 3 points of the game.
Amazing recognition by Felton. Sees the wide open man, sends it on time and on target.
Jordan against Jackson. Jordan, the pass to Siakam. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 4 assists in the game.
And have to defend better in the paint. They just let him set up way too deep.
Right, Greg. You've got to push him off the box because once he's got that deep low post position, turn the lights off.
Now, here's Felton. And Young, here we go. Good on the bucket. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
Van Vliet kicks to Valanciunas. Lets it go from 11. It's blocked. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Young taking his time here. Stolen by Miles. The feet to Valanciunas. Stolen by Withy. Felton with the ball. He kicks it to Young. Over Miles. And Young with the basket on the assist by Felton. Young's got it all tied up now for New Orleans.
Boy, nice shot. He didn't need the fadeaway to create separation, though. He was wide open.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, and making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
Well, it's his specialty. There are certain guys who can dominate a half or even an entire game by generating second chances.
Okafor out there with Davis. Then it's Holiday, and it's Hollis-Jefferson in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. Now, here's Jordan. Lowry, good. And now a 5-point Toronto lead.
Well, how about the presence in the post by Kyle Lowry in the face of some pretty good defense? That was a tough conversion.
Holiday against Lowry. Shot from 12. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Boy, searching for some rhythm here at the start of the second half. That's their third straight miss.
The Pelicans have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Left side, Leonard. Holiday against Lowry. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Here's Valanciunas, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
But, Kevin, when Valanciunas forces the issue like that, he is really tough to handle. He does a good job drawing contact.
Valanciunas hits them both.
Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
Leonard kicks to Lowry. Over Holiday, and Lowry gets it to go. Lowry's got 4 points this quarter.
Great beginning to this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field.
Lowry against Holiday. There's the pass to Davis. Here's Hollis-Jefferson. He's covered by Leonard. Outside Holiday. 4 on the clock. To end the run. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Rough start to the third quarter. 4 attempts, no makes.
Pelicans trail by 9. Feeds it to Davis. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
Here's Leonard following the basket by Anthony Davis. Baseline try. He squares up and sinks it. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now it's an 11-point Toronto lead. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Burton's checked in for Valanciunas.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. He's been dominant over the last month.
He's averaging 28 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
Here's Davis. And again, no good by New Orleans. Raptors leading by 11. To the paint. It's stolen by Davis. Soto guarded by Jordan. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And Drew Holiday, a bucket on the assist by Davis. And it's 6 points for Drew Holiday.
I'll tell you, it was the sharp passing that led to that shot. Terrific teamwork.
And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or Greg leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him, but credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you want to hear from a fan's perspective.
Outside Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Pelicans trail by 9. Passes it to Soto. Davis against Ibaka. Pass to Soto. Kicks it to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Over Ibaka. That's short off the rim.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
Lowry can't get it to go. The Pelicans have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Here's Davis. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Oh, he's been outstanding offensively. His performance has been one of the things that's gone right for them.
Now here's Leonard. He has 5 over Davis. They get it back, and Ibaka is right there. And the Raptors lead by 9.
Kev, we know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. Doris, you think of all the highlight reel plays we get to see up close. We're so lucky. We feel the same way every time we sit courtside and watch one of these games. One of the most enjoyable parts about it, seeing the reactions of the guys on the bench.
They're just losing it, Kevin. They're falling down and they're bumping into each other, and then seeing the opposing bench trying to keep that poker face. They know they're not supposed to react, but sometimes the play is just so good you can't help it.
We get out of our seats, don't we? I mean, just like the players do. We get out of our seats.
Oh, no doubt. I'll stand up, wave my hands in the air. Are you kidding?
Now here's Wright. Pass to Burton. Good on the shot. Burton's got the lead up to 11 now for Toronto.
Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And guys, you know, you never run out of things that you can improve upon.
I think, Greg, it's important to keep that hunger, right? You're always striving to get better and to change things up.
Jeff Withey, he's checked in for New Orleans. And then for Toronto, Siakam is checked in for Burton, and it's C.J. Miles in for Kawhi Leonard. Inside, Hollis-Jefferson. It's rebounded by Anunoby. And it's Wright with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Back to Jordan. 5 on the clock. With his first shot attempt, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Well, for New Orleans, shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Felton kicks to Withy. There's the pass to Jackson. Back to Withy. Shot clock at 6. And it's good for 2.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Toronto leading by 9. Wright finds Jordan. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
And here's Jackson. He has 7. Outside, Felton. Shoots. Misses off the left iron. The Raptors shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Goes up again. Siakam, good. And the Raptors lead by 13.
Yeah, second chance points. Gotta love the way they attack the offensive glass there, even with a huge lead.
I'll tell you, Greg, there's no let-up in how they play. They want to dominate every aspect, and that includes second chance points.
So it's the Pelicans now, after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago.
I'll tell you, Felton's so dangerous in screen and roll situations. He can burn defenses with his shooting and his passing.
Now here's Jordan. He's got 14 over Jackson. 14 feet back. Nice shot from Jordan. Jordan's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
And Fareed kicks to Jackson, and he banks in the layup. Jackson's got 9 points.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And the Raptors with some changes. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Anunoby. Raptors leading by 11. Left side, Jordan. Passes it to VanVleet. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 6 points for him.
I'll tell you, you give him a free look from three-point range, that is simply a recipe for disaster.
Jackson up top, guarded by Jordan. Back to Felton. Wide open look. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 1:22 left in the third quarter. Here's Wright. He kicks it to Valanciunas. Back to Wright. Here's VanVleet, guarded by Jackson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Number 1, the Raptors.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
The first one falls. And he makes both free throws.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
Fareed outside. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds in the game. Down low. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Now Felton. 5 points in the game. Here's Hollis-Jefferson. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Fareed. And he converts the layup. Fareed's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I'll tell you, coaches love those high percentage looks in the paint.
Here's Van Vliet. He's got 8. Pass to Valanciunas. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Well, how about you get a look at the range of Jonas Valanciunas? Gets his done with his back to the basket, or in that case, the mid-range jumper.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, G.A., you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Lowry out there with Jordan. And it's Siakam in at the 4-man position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hunter Havoc giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And he can't get the first one. Okafor's checked in for the Pelicans. Holiday comes in for Raymond Felton, and he sinks the second. Here's Holiday. Now the pass to Soto. The kick out to Holiday, trying his luck deep, and it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That's his first foul. Raptors leading by 15. Now here's Lowry. Pass to Siakam. To the inside. Shoots the 3. Raptors get it back. Valanciunas, good.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points.
Soto, guarded by Jordan. Kicks to Holiday. Over Lowry. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Pass to Siakam, and he dunks it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. On the wing, Jackson. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Thursday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Sacramento Kings.
And for their matchup with the Magic, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Back to Van Vliet. Shot clock at 5. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
The pass to Soto, and stolen by Jordan. 3-on-3. Here's Siakam. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Siakam's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
Well, they're certainly connecting on a lot of shots in the second half, generating high percentage looks and really cashing in.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer, and it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. And so Jordan nails both of them.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
And Holiday kicks to Young. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. Trying to get open. It's Davis.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by the Raptors.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Jordan dishes to Lowry. Outside Jordan. He feeds it to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Inside, here's Plumlee, and the layup's good off the glass. Plumlee's got 4 this quarter. The Raptors have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Out to the right wing. Lowry passes to Burton, and that's a foul called on Miles Plumlee. That's his first foul. We know James Harden joined Durant and Westbrook in winning league MVP honors, Doris. Had those three stayed together in Oklahoma City, is there any doubt in your mind that they would have won at least one NBA championship?
Well, you think back to the time they worked together, and they did go to an NBA Finals and ended up being eliminated by LeBron James and the Miami Heat. So obviously, you like the opportunity they would have had to go to more. And let's give a little credit to the great GM of the Oklahoma City franchise, Sam Presti, who is responsible for the drafting of 3 MVP candidates. That in and of itself is quite remarkable. But you know this, Kevin. The success and failure, there is such a fine line. And there's a tenuous nature to things, an injury at the wrong time. So many times this trio was tripped up by an untimely situation. So, I mean, if they stay together, yes, you like their chances, but this is why history states otherwise.
To the paint. Holiday finds Davis. Lays it up and banks it in. Davis has got 20 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Holiday against Lowry. And the foul on Drew Holiday. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Here's Jordan. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
And to me, that's all about the body control, right, Greg? I mean, he does such a stellar job sizing up this man and drains it despite having the size on him. Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Lowry with the ball. Outside Jordan. He kicks it to Valanciunas. Outside Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ibaka. Raptors get it back and a new 24. And staying with the play, Valanciunas.
Boy, this has been a bit of a showcase for Jonas Valanciunas. Over and over, finding a way to get it done on the offensive end.
Outside Holiday. Okafor against Valanciunas. From 12 feet out. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right. Perfect contest in that instance, Greg. Making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all. Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Soto, the pass to Holiday. The G League, Doris, growing roster of teams, introduced 2-way contracts last season. Is it safe to call it an official minor league at this point, do you think?
I'm just going to say that I thought this was one of the best changes to the NBA last season. And you look at certain players who went back and forth between the G League, and when they were up with the respective NBA team, they were a significant part of the rotation. Quinn Cook comes to mind. The NBA champion had a two-way player in Quinn Cook, who was a vital part of their G League and then becomes a vital part of their real-time success. To me, what a tremendous platform for player development, Kevin.
Yeah, the league has gotten it right with this.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Baca against Holiday. Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Tries a three. That's good from Holiday on the assist by Okafor. 16 points for Drew Holiday.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
Outside Jordan. And Valanciunas kicks to Leonard. And Jordan has it in the corner. Raptors need to get a shot up. For the three. And it's Leonard missing.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
Lowry against Holiday, trying to get open as Ibaka. Misses the three.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Okafor finds Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Boy, he's carried his share of the load tonight, Kev, but he might need to carry even more if they're going to turn this thing around.
Here's Leonard, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, T.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Here's Davis, and he uses the glass on the layup. Davis has got 24.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really, Davis is still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
Doris, last year the NBA signed a deal to broadcast G League games on the internet channel Twitch.
Well, you know Adam Silver is always looking at new methods for broadcasting this great league and the G League. And I think we live in an era of an increasingly digital world. The next generation views their platforms in non-traditional, non-linear fashion. So to me, this is really smart decision making.
I know you're a big Twitch watcher yourself. You subscribe, and like me, you love the G League.
I'm always twitching.
Outside Leonard. Valanciunas inside. Covered by Okafor. Passes it to Jordan. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you've got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Holiday, the pass to Okafor. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Toronto.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a... And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olmers, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
I'm pretty sure this one's going on my highlight reel, guys. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Great game, guys. AI, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up, Charlie?
Guys in the studio have a few questions for you.
All right.
Media alcove right this way.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Shaq. Rah! You've been beasting these last few games, and it's fun to watch. Anything you feel you've done differently to make this impact?
Anything differently? You know, the one difference I can identify, I'm trying to be more aggressive with my touches. When I don't settle to play passive, I know it benefits the whole team. Creates opportunities for others, you know, to make plays. And we know that we have to be aggressive as a group in order to accomplish things that we want this season. And we've just been trying to set the tone with my play.
AI, huh? The A must stand for animal.
Thank you, Shaq. You crazy. Thanks, man. See ya.